This next episode of Trivia in Chief is about our 35th president, John F. Kennedy, the only president to receive the Purple Heart. John Fitzgerald Kennedy was born into a powerful Kennedy family in 1917. His father, Joseph Kennedy, hoped one of his sons would become a powerful politician, and many felt it would be Joseph Kennedy Jr. Young John Kennedy was considered a subpar student, but was excellent when he applied himself. He went to several prep schools before spending one semester at Princeton. He transferred to Harvard in 1936. He graduated in 1940 and soon afterwards joined the Navy. In 1943, he was placed in command of PT-109. On August 2, 1943, PT-109 was sunk by a Japanese destroyer. Kennedy, despite serious injuries, led his men as they swam 3.5 miles to a tropical island. They carved an SOS message into a coconut, and 2 of the island's residents brought it to the nearest naval base. Kennedy received a Purple Heart for his heroism. The coconut was made into a paperweight, which Kennedy used while in the White House. During World War II, Joseph Kennedy Jr. was killed when his plane blew up. John Kennedy then became the person many thought would be the powerful politician. After he was discharged from the Navy, he briefly worked as a reporter. In 1946, Kennedy was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives as a Democrat. He served 3 terms, but found the work dull. In 1947, he nearly died when he contracted Addison's disease on a trip to Europe. In 1952, Kennedy ran for a seat in the U.S. Senate. Kennedy won the election, despite Republicans winning both the House and Senate. Many felt Kennedy's personality is how he won the election. After the election, he met Jacqueline Bouvier, and they were married in 1953. In 1954, Kennedy had a dangerous back surgery, and he slipped into a coma. While he recovered, Kennedy and ghostwriter Ted Sorensen wrote Profiles in Courage, a book about courageous U.S. senators. The book became a bestseller and was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for biography in 1957. In 1956, Kennedy was almost chosen to run for vice president. In 1960, Kennedy began his presidential campaign, and he chose Lyndon B. Johnson as his running mate. They ran against then Vice President Richard Nixon. The first televised presidential debate in history took place on September 26, 1960 in Chicago. Kennedy looked much better on camera compared to Nixon, so many TV viewers considered Kennedy the debate's winner. However, many radio listeners considered Nixon to be the winner. The resulting election was one of the closest in U.S. history, and Kennedy won. He became the first Catholic president in U.S. history, and at the time, he was the wealthiest person ever elected president. During his inauguration, James A. Garfield had started a tradition of wearing a top hat on Inauguration Day. JFK was the final president to wear a top hat on their Inauguration Day, marking the end of an 80-year-old tradition. He famously said in his inaugural address,
"And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man.
Kennedy's presidency was defined by the international crises of the Bay of Pigs invasion, Cuban Missile Crisis, and the construction of a Berlin Wall. Civil rights was also a major issue, and Kennedy was vocal in his support for African Americans. Kennedy was famously assassinated in Dallas, Texas on November 21, 1963. Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson was soon sworn in as president. John F. Kennedy's status as a war hero, in addition to his popular personality, made him one of the most well-liked presidents. The next president was Lyndon B. Johnson. Thank you.